Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest enemy you will ever face isn't your boss, your competition, or even the economy. It's your own mind. Every single day, thousands of thoughts flow through your head. Some inspire you, some guide you, but many are negative, automatic, and deeply limiting. They don't shout like an alarm, they whisper, and those whispers can be deadly. You're not good enough, you'll fail again. It's too late for you. You hear them so often that you stop questioning them, you start to believe them, and then you begin to live according to them. But I'm here to tell you, it doesn't have to be this way. If you learn how to recognize these thoughts, challenge them, and replace them with truth, you can completely change the direction of your life. Let's start with this fact. Your thoughts shape your reality, not in some mystical, magical way where you can just think and things appear, but in the very real sense that your thoughts determine your emotions and your emotions determine your actions. If you think, I'm useless, you'll feel discouraged. If you feel discouraged, you'll avoid taking action. If you avoid action, you'll get no results. And when you see no results, your belief that I'm useless gets even stronger. It's a loop, a cycle. And if you don't break it, it will quietly destroy your potential. I know this because I lived it. At 25, my life was a mess. I had no money, no direction, and no confidence. Every day I'd wake up already tired. Not because my body was weak, but because my mind was exhausted from battling itself. I told myself I was a failure, that nothing I did would ever work. I wasn't even trying new things anymore because I had already decided they wouldn't succeed. Then one day it hit me, if I keep thinking this way, I'm not just going to be broke financially, I'll be broke emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. That realization was painful, but it was also the start of a transformation. You cannot fight an enemy you can't see. Most people let negative thoughts float in and out of their mind without ever stopping to notice them. So the first step is simple, write them down. When you hear that voice saying, you're not capable, stop, grab a notebook or open a note on your phone and write it exactly as you hear it. Don't sugarcoat it, don't soften it, capture it raw. Why? Because once you put it on paper, it becomes separate from you. You can look at it, study it, and decide whether to keep it or throw it away. Next, you have to ask, where did this thought come from? Was it from a parent who meant well but spoke carelessly? Was it from a teacher who underestimated you? Was it from a past failure that you've been replaying for years? Here's the key: just because you heard it doesn't mean it's true. Sometimes the people who gave us these beliefs weren't even telling the truth. They were speaking from their own insecurities, fears, or limited experiences. Now comes the powerful part: replacement. You can't just tell yourself, don't think negative thoughts. The mind hates a vacuum. If you remove a thought, you must replace it with something else, or the old thought will just come back. Instead of, I'm not good enough, you say, I may not have the skill yet, but I can learn. Instead of, I always fail, you say, I'm still learning what works. This is not blind optimism, it's grounded truth. You're not pretending everything is perfect. You're reminding yourself that you have the ability to grow. A new thought is powerful, but it becomes unstoppable when you pair it with action. If you think, today will be tough, add, but I'll still accomplish one thing that matters, and then do it, even if it's small, even if it's imperfect. Why? Because action creates evidence, and evidence is what convinces your brain to believe the new thought. Your mind is like soil. Whatever seeds you plant will grow, but only if the environment supports them. If you're surrounded by constant negativity, people who complain, media that scares you, voices that tell you to settle, you are making it 10 times harder to think positively. Start filtering what comes in. Follow people who inspire growth. Read books that challenge and encourage you. Limit your exposure to toxic voices, whether in person or online. Psychologists call this neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself based on repeated thoughts and actions. When you consistently replace a negative thought with a positive, truthful one, you're literally creating new neural pathways. Over time, those pathways become your brain's default route. This isn't just mindset talk, it's biology. And it works if you commit to it. Daily thought audit. At the end of each day, write down 3 negative thoughts you had and replace them with grounded truths. Gratitude shift. When a negative thought pops up, list 3 things you're grateful for immediately. This forces your mind to look at what's working, not just what's broken. Victory log. Keep a running list of every win, no matter how small. When doubt creeps in, read it to remind yourself of your capability. Real life examples. Athletes, top performers often use visualization, not to dream about success, but to mentally rehearse overcoming challenges. Entrepreneurs, many start with nothing but an idea and the belief that they can figure it out. Without that belief, they wouldn't even start. Everyday people I know, single parents, immigrants, and people with disabilities who have achieved incredible goals, not because life was easy, but because they refuse to let their thoughts dictate their limits. Let me be clear, this isn't a one-time fix. Negative thoughts will still appear, sometimes daily. The difference is, when you master this process, you'll catch them quickly, challenge them, and move forward instead of getting stuck. Remember this, the thoughts you feed are the ones that grow. If you feed fear, fear will grow. If you feed faith, faith will grow. If you feed excuses, excuses will grow. If you feed possibilities, possibilities will grow. You have the choice every day, every moment to decide which thoughts to water and which to starve. Win the battle in your mind and you will win in life. Your mind can be your greatest enemy or your greatest ally. Train it well.